Greetings from Florida. Today we're working on a 2003 and newer Ford Expedition or Lincoln Navigator. There's a few subtle differences in them, but for the most part they're all the same. That comes off, that pops off. The differences are mostly in how you get the panel off. A couple screws behind there. Torques, I think they were Torques, I don't remember the size. A couple small bolts at the bottom of the panel that I think were 9/32. There's one Phillips screw right there. Take off the screw and the retainer that it's in. This clip has been double speeded up to make it a little bit easier and faster for you to watch it. Panel comes straight up. A few wiring harnesses to unplug. Back to the 9/32, or Torques. Take off the speaker. Motors don't go on these at all. The motors are indestructible. Switches once in a blue moon, but for the most part it's been the regulator. You've got three, I believe, Torx 30 bolts, bolts. And then we're going to go ahead and pop out all of the clips that hold the wiring harness on. When you take the handle off, it's not a big deal if you break the old regulator, but be careful putting it back on. His handle was broken, by the way. And on this car, the clips were off of the glass, so I had to re-glue those back on as well. And at this point, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to get the bolts off of the brackets, the broken brackets that were off that regulator. And that took a few minutes. If you want to skip ahead a little bit, you're welcome to. I should have edited it out, but I didn't. But that's what I'm working on. I had to go back to the car, get some stuff. It became a real issue. It's probably like 5 or 6 minutes of this video. All right, so we're back. Let's get the new regulator. Getting it in is a little unwieldy. It's bulky, but it will go in. $10mm bolts all around. And I'm bringing down the clips by hand so I can get them about where I'm going to need them to be. And then put the motor on. I think I brought them down by hand. I may need to actually turn on the car. Yeah, I guess that's what I did. I plugged in the switch. Turn the key on, and I'm bringing them down. I guess I'm putting the glass clips back on first. There we go. If you need to re-glue your clips, 3M structural adhesive. It's a 2-part epoxy. It's good stuff. Now, before I put the adhesive on, I want to make sure everything lines up properly. And one thing you should do too, every 2 or 3 months, lightly spray WD-40 lightly in the 2 up and down channels that the glass travels in, without taking the door panel off. They dry out and cause the glass to grab, so it's a good idea. Here I am trying to straighten that clip out. And I think I'm in the process of mixing up the glue. Yep, putting some in the clip, and you're going to put some on the glass. Stuff sets very quickly, so you've got about 40, 60 seconds to work with. putting the old regulator in the box. It's trash, you don't have to save it. Now, the handle. The cable goes in, and you may need to gently pry up the plastic where the rod goes in, gently, because if you break it, you're going to be pissed, because then you got to get another regulator or jury rig it somehow. And the regulator is going to come with a couple new of these retainers. I put on the wrong screws first, by the way. They're the gold screws, not the black ones. Just realized that. And like I said, a couple of the panels, maybe the Navigator, it's a little bit different to get the panel off, but hopefully you'll figure it out. 9/32 bolts at the bottom. Put that Phillips screw back in. Yeah, one of his clips was broken on that switch housing. So I think I tried to glue it down, and then eventually I put some tape on it. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and hope this helps you change out the window regulator on your Expedition. And if you have an Expedition, you'll be interested to know I had a 2003 Expedition with 447,000 miles on it before I destroyed the engine. So good luck with it. Thanks. It was the 4.6, by the way, not the 5.4.